many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to TV8's Good Morning Vail for Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Eric Sundblad, alongside Maddie Evans this morning. Maddie, what's good?
Oh my goodness, a million things. Everything is good. It's National Mango Day.
I like mangoes.
I like mangoes,
I like mangoes
too.
quite a bit. I like the Chris Kattan character from Saturday Night Live in the 90s named Mango.
Well,
Some of you will remember that character. Boy, was he ever a goof.
not only that, but it's National Hammock Day as well.
Okay, that's a big thing up here. People
Yep.
love their hammocks.
Yep.
I see a lot of hammocks around Nottingham Park. I was paddleboarding on Nottingham Lake on Monday night, and I saw this get-up of like 4 paddleboards kind of mashed together, and they had poles on the ends of them with hammocks. It was a hammock board, a hammock paddleboard. You believe that?
No, but that's amazing.
How's a hammock go on a paddleboard? I don't know, but they completely surprised me and destroyed physics and managed to do it. So look into that if you're into hammocks and paddleboarding.
I just wonder like how hard it would be to get inside the hammock on top of the paddleboard.
Yeah, it takes a lot of core strength, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Core strength, just strength, balance, agility, things I'm lacking.
I'm picturing somebody trying to get into that hammock and then it like spinning a 180 and flipping them onto the paddleboard, and then the paddleboard spins and then the whole setup is done.
I mean, was it just 4 paddleboards like tied together?
I don't. They must have been lashed together in some way because it was like a big floating barge. But the hammock thing looked like it was specifically meant for paddleboards.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Next time, will you take a picture of it for me?
I will do that. Yeah.
I think we should make our own with wooden pallets and like the floating wood. Not wooden pallets. That was the wrong words, but
We'll lash it together with coconut husks, and away we go. We're just practicing for being stranded on a desert island.
yeah, and we'll use banana leaves as our hammocks.
Okay. All right. Hey, we're innovating for you here
Yeah.
today on Good Morning Vail. Somebody jot all that down and get the blueprints ready. We'll bring it. We'll cut you in on a piece of the action.
We'll do the building if you make the blueprints.
Well, we got a great Good Morning Vail in store for you today. We got a ton of fun guests, as always. Who are you looking forward to most?
Lululemon,
Of course.
of course, because they just have such amazing things. They're hiring. They're such a fun team and such an enthusiastic crew when they come in here that I love that so much. And then Cary Hogan from Knapp Ranch, and I feel like we haven't seen her in a minute, and I've been missing her.
Yeah, how are the bees doing? I'm always curious to hear about the bees.
I want to hear about the bees too. I want to know if they were put back in their original home up by Sylvan Lake now that things are kind of settled down up there. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, it'll be good stuff. We've also got Andie Ohde from Live Sotheby's. He's a great real estate agent, longtime local here in the Valley. So we'll kind of pick his brain as to what the market's looking like. And some local Eagle County updates for you this morning. Of course, the big news as far as travel is concerned, last night around 10 p.m., I-70 through Glenwood Canyon was reopened, so now we can get some commuting and traveling from Glenwood back over to here to Eagle County. But, you know, every day there's that 50 to 70% chance of rain. So who knows if that's going to last long. If you're just watching us and thinking about traveling, maybe get on the road right after this show just to make it through I-70.
Yeah, sooner rather than later, definitely, for sure. And in both directions, not just to Glenwood, but sometimes it gets some standing water over in that, like, Officers Gulch area that gets a little bit scary, so you just want to be super careful through that as well.
Yep, absolutely. Great news on rain, though. We not sure what happened yesterday. It just kind of skirted through Aspen instead of sticking along the I-70 corridor as expected. But we are looking at rain for the next few days and through the weekend here. So good news. I'm loving these afternoon showers.
I'm loving these afternoon showers, and something that I'm really excited about, and we were just talking about, and I think everyone should celebrate, that if you see a dog trapped in a hot car right now, it's 100% legal to break them out.
It's good news. It's
Literally,
good news.
who let the dogs out? You did.
I fear for Tesla owners
Yes.
Because
But they have
those can stay on without making noise. Well, you have to look at the screen. The screen says, like, don't worry, this car is on and
Okay,
here's
but
the
if
temperature,
you're-
but you have to, like, peek through the
Speaking
window
of dogs,
to get
look
there.
at that timing.
That's Minnie.
Hi, little Minnie. Yes, but you would have to peek through the window to know that there was a dog in there suffering in the first place. And so I feel like if you're going to be the person, the hero that saves the dog, just make sure that you know that that car is not on.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. So yeah, that's some great news. So we're all about keeping the furry friends safe here.
We are all about keeping the furry friends safe. Oh, Minnie, look at you. Goodness. So Eric, real quick, briefest hockey overview ever, because I know you were so amped about it last night.
Yeah, the expansion draft, the new Seattle Kraken are now officially a member of the NHL, as last night they went through and picked a player from all 30, well, not all, because the Vegas Golden Knights, the last expansion team, didn't have to expose a player. But from the Colorado Avalanche, they selected Jonas Donskoy. He's a middle six forward. He's about 29 years of age. He's got a $3.9 million cap hit. So it's going to be tough to replace his production on the roster, but we really needed that cap space in the effort to sign Gabe Landeskog. Good news, though, that they did not take Gabe. But the expansion draft as a whole, completely befuddling. Seattle chose a whole lot of lower-end, younger players, so they clearly have a lot of trades that they're going to make to ice a competitive roster, or they're just planning on not being that good and just accumulating draft picks and slowly building their team. Certainly not the route that Vegas took, and I would not expect them to make the Stanley Cup Finals like Vegas did in their first year as a team, but go Seattle. It was a wonderful celebration. I'm hyped to have a great new city. Welcome to the NHL family. Go Kraken! Excuse you.
Thank you.
Bless you,
Sorry.
Maddie.
I'm sorry. I'm allergic to all of the...
She's allergic to hockey talk, apparently. But that's why I host the scoreboard and not Maddie Evans. And if you're liking my sports insight, you want to tune into the scoreboard at 6 p.m. But I digress. Let's take a short break and come back with Lululemon here on the couch.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Minnie, sit. Well, we are in for another gorgeous day here in Eagle County. Expect temperatures in the low to mid 80s and that high percentage of afternoon showers. Now, yesterday, that storm just kind of skirted through Aspen instead of tracking along the I-70 corridor and bringing us any rain, which was great news because Glenwood Canyon is now open. They didn't experience any mudslides yesterday, but with that high percentage again today, up to 65%, there is a high potential that I-70 will just close down later this evening. So keep your eyes to cotrip.org for the latest updates on Glenwood Canyon and I-70. Looking at this evening, we can expect temperatures to be right in the high to low 50s. I'm going to go, hey, he's back. Hey, there we go. Come on, buddy. Weather Computers is being cranky with us this morning. 40% chance of rain this evening, 51-degree overnight low. And panning our view out, looking at the national map. Of course, I've been saying it all week, that monsoonal flow, that monsoonal cycle comes from the south, keeps a clockwise jet stream, keeps us loaded up. But sometimes those storms can skirt south of us into Aspen, north of us into Steamboat. So that's why it's always a 50 to 70% chance. You just never really know. But that high pressure system sitting over the Four Corners area is kind of keeping temperatures popped up throughout the course of the day. Now, if we look at the 5-day forecast here, it's pretty much rinse and repeat throughout the course of the next week. Highs up to 83 degrees by Monday and Tuesday. Things get a little bit sunnier. But look at that, the afternoon showers carrying all through the weekend. It's looking like a good weekend here in Eagle County because those showers are the afternoon, not the morning time. So plenty of time to get out there and have some fun. And speaking of having some fun, you're going to need to be in the best athletic wear to have the best time up here and not turn into a stinky human. So we've got our friends from Lululemon on the couch with Maddie. Take it away.
Oh my gosh, well, it's that time where we get to talk with Lululemon, and we have Suzanne here with us first thing this morning, and it's absolutely the best athletic gear. Like Eric said, she got me geared up in so many of the great pieces we're about to talk about. Suzanne, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
You know, it's so fun. I look forward to it.
I love when you come because I'm always like, oh no, now I need to go and buy that too.
I definitely am here to tempt you and everybody else, that's for sure.
Yeah, right? Well, you succeed very well with me, so I love it.
Well, great. Well, I'm so happy to be here. And I thought this week if we focused on the very first time we met, we talked about yoga. Since that was sort of the inception of our company. We focused on yoga when we formed over 24 years ago now, but then we actually evolved toward other areas of the sweat life, which include train and run. So I thought we'd really focus on that today. You saw last week the guys kind of represented our three sectors.
Yes.
And I thought we'd just talk a little bit today about the run train section for women's and some of our different fabrics, if that's interesting to you. But I brought product just to kind of highlight why our clothing is so appropriate, not only for the technical aspect of train and run, but just to feel and look good in our day-to-day lives.
Yes.
You see everybody running around in Lululemon.
I mean, and we're just a very active community already,
Exactly.
so it's important that you're in the right stuff and you're not getting stinky because you guys have some amazing technology.
Yeah, fact. So you mentioned stink. So one of the most amazing things in this Swiftly, which is a very comparable thing to our men's metal vent, the Swiftly is the women's version of a close to the body, highly sweat wicking and anti-chafe fabric or I should say garment that is an amazing layer or just a single top to wear that actually has a silver thread that's sewn into and woven into the fabric. So it actually can never smell. The garment can never smell. It's called silverescent technology. I always tell our guests that, you go for a good run or a good bike ride, you lay that out to dry if it's a bit wet from your sweat, it will never stink. I always tell the guests, you'll need a shower, but the clothes won't. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so.
And the Swiftly comes in both a long sleeve as well as a short sleeve. It's an interesting garment because it's woven on a tube, so you actually have no seams on the sides, very much similar to the men's metal vent. So an amazing product for anybody with sensitive skin.
Which is, important here, especially as people are getting so dry here that
fact.
That is like huge.
Exactly. And these are amazing. And I also want to point out we've become so much more inclusive in our sizing, which
Yes.
is just awesome. I have guests comment on it every day and it's greatly appreciated. This is our fast and free running short. So this is Nulux material. Nulux is one of our fastest drying, lightest weight, close to the body. It feels like a second skin type of fabric. This garment has 7 pockets. There's 2 on each thigh, 2 on each hip, or 1 on each thigh, 2 on each hip, and a big one in the back. So for those long distance runners or cyclists, well, I shouldn't say cyclists because it doesn't have padding, but for those long distance runners or hikers who want to put gels or extra things in their pockets, that's a good one. And then I brought 2 of our absolute classic train / even on the move jackets, but we use these for train all the time. This is the Define jacket, and I brought it in 2 different fabrics. This is Luon, and Luon being one of our most it is the original fabric for Lululemon.
Yeah.
Very warm. It has a little cottony feel to it. And it actually has, the features of this jacket are amazing because you have a thumb hole, if you want to pull it down over your hand, which turns into a cuffin, which I use all the time on my morning hikes. my fingers get a little chilly.
Yep.
We have a little hair tie built into our zipper so that if you're ever needing a hair tie on your travels, you actually have one built into your garment.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
And all kinds of other features as well. And we have, in fact, a little hook here to hang it up on a locker or on a hook somewhere in your pantry or your mudroom, I should say. And then back here, it's demonstrating just how wonderful the ventilation, the breathability of this garment is. The whole back breathes. So you stay warm and yet you don't heat up too much. And then the same exact jacket, but just in a totally different fabric. You can feel the difference, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool and slippery, like cool and sleek, right?
Yeah.
Cool and sleek versus warm, right? This is Luxstream. And Luxstream was the second fabric to emerge within our company's product lines, and it's just pervasive through many of our products. We have Luon, we have Luxstream, and I'm wearing Everlux. So we have a lot of technology that's evolved as we've evolved in our clothing lines to meet the needs of the sweat life.
Which is absolutely incredible. And not only are you guys expanding in ways where it's not just, yoga to being out and about to the run and kind of active lifestyle, and then the sizing too, which is amazing.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. It's wonderful to not feel like we just fit a certain body type only. And in fact, that we can take care of, everybody.
Yes.
We want everybody to feel good, not just everyone to feel good in their skin and to feel good when they're out there doing what they love to do.
Which is so important, and especially right now.
Yeah.
Just because,
Exactly.
There's already a mental health crisis. We don't need to add on to it by making people feel bad about their bodies. And
my gosh, yeah.
It's amazing that you guys are doing this.
It feels really good. I have to say, even within the culture of Lululemon, there's a lot of work to take away body shaming and, all kinds of things that we can get lost in if we aren't careful. So it's wonderful.
Which you brought some other really great pieces
I did,
too.
yeah. And actually right now we've just launched our new Air Support bra. This is a really interesting new, we have a tremendous investment in our bras in general, and this is the newest. It's made for a high support run bra for larger cup-sized women. It actually has, there's a long, how do I want to put it? There's a large size range that we can fit, but it is for larger sized cup sizes. Very, very comfortable, very adjustable. I get a lot of information from the girls who've been trying on that it feels like it lifts, but also feels like it doesn't smush you down, but gives you lots of support. So wonderful brand new product that we have in the store. Women can come in and try.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of sizing options. And this is absolutely one of our greatest new run legging or run tights. It's called the Swift Speed, and I brought it in the crop. One of my favorites. It's what I choose to run in. Definitely highest support. This is full on Luxstream. It has pockets on both sides as well as one in the back, and it comes in loads of fun colors and just fabric or designs, I should say. We have a pretty spiffy one on our front table right now. I almost brought. So if you're into fun colors, we've got that, or we've got fun simple black camo. Wonderful reflective detail on the side here, so that if you're out walking or running at night, you've got a little bit of extra reflectivity.
Which is so important. And you guys have some great ambassadors right now that are kind of going with the Run program, and they're locals.
Yeah, in fact, I did bring my cheat sheet, but I wanted to mention first Jake Wells. And Jake Wells was an amazing college athlete as a runner, and he actually transitioned to biking in 2001 and moved here into the Vail Valley with his family, and has a wonderful studio called Form Attainment Studio, Form Attainment Studio in Edwards. And Jake focuses on supporting endurance athletes.
Wow.
And he's a remarkable man. He was the champion, the multi-time national champion in cyclocross.
Wow.
And just has a vast degree of ability to, coach and mentor and encourage those who are really into these endurance sports, like so many of us are.
Which is so cool, and especially just so cool that what an awesome target demographic he's going for with the kind of community that we have. And Xterra just happened here, and these are things that are like super beneficial for so many people.
You got it. I had so much fun at the store last week. We had one of the women who won her division at Xterra came into the store with her mom.
Wow.
She also was a former Lululemon employee. We had the best time. So I ended up gifting her a little something and taking a picture just saying, we're celebrating you for, what an awesome thing to win a division at Xterra. That's no small feat.
Yeah, no, I mean, Xterra was an entire beast of itself. To win anything there is so impressive. And right now, speaking of her being a former employee, you guys are hiring.
We are, and in fact, I'm so pleased to announce to the world that the 3 young men that were here last week, 2 of them are now key leaders. They were hired into those higher positions, and I'm very proud of them. But we still are seeking more employees. We have wonderful employment opportunities here in the Vail Valley, both at our men's store and our women's store. We have part-time as well as full-time educator positions available, and I'm certain that we'll be interested to continue actually interviewing for key leader roles as well. And there's just endless things I could say about working for this company.
Oh my gosh, amazing. We are out of time for this morning. Thank you so much for coming in again and giving us all this great information. Make sure that if you're looking for a fabulous job, a new career path, that you check out Lululemon right there in Vail Village. Not only are you going to be working in the most beautiful place, but you're going to have the most beautiful team of humans as your coworkers. So make sure that you go in. You apply at Lululemon.com, and you get to work with Suzanne while she's still here, because I just found out she's leaving at the end of August, and it broke my heart. Coming up next, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
I'll be back though every week.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Each week on The Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss The Tech Show. Tech your local listings. All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
one of the most incredible places throughout the entire community to get fresh fruit and vegetables is Knapp Ranch, because they're local and it's absolutely amazing. And we have Cary Hogan here first thing this morning to give us some more information. Cary, thank you for coming on.
Good morning. Yes, I want to kind of talk about Knapp Ranch is sort of our mothership of brands and how all of our different businesses started from Knapp Ranch. So Knapp Ranch is a beautiful 300-acre ranch at the top of West Lake Creek, and it is just lovely. It has been brought back up. There was some water degradation from animals and livestock, and so the Knapps, when they bought that property, brought that back up. The stream is now returning to the Eagle River 99.9% cleaner. So
wow.
the Knapp Ranch became a part where Bud and Betsy, when they bought that, they decided to make it a research and development. So not only are the cabins historically done, so the main house is the Knapp's house, but there are cabins on the property that were built with the homesteader story in mind. So the very first one would be the materials and the tools that they would have used back in the 1860s. And so it's a one-room cabin that homesteader would have built, and for his first winter up there. And then the next cabin is his brother joining him. You see architectural details start to elevate as they learned. So it's the whole ranch is all about research and development. They also knew the homesteaders grew food up there, so they started a farm up there to see what they could grow, 9,000 feet.
Wow.
So we have a farm up there, and then we also, an orchard. CSU and Wellesley came to help plant an experimental orchard at 8,700 feet. And because orchards need to be pollinated, we got into the bees. So we have the bee program. So from all of that research and development, the farm then began selling microgreens, and now we have mushrooms up there that we're growing that will also sell to the restaurants. So not only supplying Knapp Harvest, but also the restaurants in the valley. And from the farm then came the garden center, which is behind City Market in Eagle. So that extends the farm from the ranch, and you can find your annuals and perennials and veggie starters and shrubs and all that great stuff. And then Knapp Harvest, that's our little store in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road, showcases those products as well. So we've got wonderful, fresh, locally produced fruits, vegetables, locally grown, and it's also kind of an indoor farmer's market. So it has other vendors in there too. You'll find Vail Meats, you'll find Caleb's Catch, Avon Bakery, Amaza Breads, Annabelle Cheese, just almost like the small Vail Farmer's Market, but we're open 7 days a week. And we are there on Monday through Friday, 10 till 6, and then Saturdays and Sundays, 11 till 4. So that showcases not only our wood products that come from the top of the ranch, but also Knapp's Nectar. That's our honey products, and that's hot. Those are very interesting, what we're doing with the education and the products. Our master beekeeper's just wonderful. She can make lip balms and salves and all sorts of things. She's actually working with Shaw Cancer Center on a radiation cream. So we are really all about research, development, learning, education. And so Knapp Harvest also does educational events. We do events up at the ranch that help community outreach. Eagle Valley Outdoor Movement was up there touring and having a great time. Yesterday was Vail Valley Foundation's Youth 365 fly fishing clinic, and they learned about bugs, and we took hikes. So we're all about being part of this community in as many ways as possible. So we just, are happy to be here, happy to spread the message about bees and birds and butterflies and
bats.
Natural and bats, very good. And, just what our natural environment up here gives us.
Which is amazing. And the honey that you gave me is actually what I'm using right now.
For your allergies.
Yes.
I can see. I have the same issues going on. So I understand that, especially in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, a teaspoon of honey makes the medicine go down. I'll tell you, some of those honeys we have all these honeys that are on the top 10 list in the world to try before you die. So the number one honey is the fireweed honey, which Carmen, our beekeeper, sourced from Trappers Lake, so
Wow.
very local. It's very rare, so come in, don't wait. We sell out every year very fast.
You gotta get it while you
You
can.
can't, right. The number 2 honey we weren't able to get, that's from India. The number 3 honey is from Hawaii. Beautiful, rich, creamy honey right from the hive. Number 4 is from Appalachia, from the wormwood tree. And then we also have the rare Tupelo honey. So, besides all our local wildflower honey as well, we have all these other honeys to try. And we do honey tastings down there. And, we're all about teaching. So if you come in to shop, you'll also probably, if you ask a question about honey, you'll find out a lot.
You'll learn a whole heap of information.
You're so right. And even the products that come from the hive, it's called apitherapy. They've been doing this in Europe for a very long time. But the products that come from the hives are really healthy for you. Besides what we were talking about with allergies, it's really good for, it's helping to cure Lyme disease,
Wow.
wasted skin disease. It is amazing for, it's got all the enzymes you want, balance of all sorts of really good things in there, antibacterial things, etc. So it's not just eating the honey. You can use the royal jelly on your face for a massage that is unbelievable. Leave it on for 20 minutes and it just smooths everything out and feels really good. So lots to share from Knapp Ranch of what we've learned over all of these years.
Which is so impressive, and right now we're in such a save the bees kind of moment.
Absolutely.
And the honey is incredible. My mom had this dog who had this really, really bad flesh wound that my mom adopted while she was, like, this poor little thing was on death's door with this flesh wound, and she used Manuka honey and totally saved the dog.
Those are amazing stories, aren't they? And they really are out there. It's, those little creatures, we have got to respect them. We're also about educating. Please don't poison your dandelions. When you poison your dandelions, you poison the bees. And we're losing the bees because people are worried about little yellow flowers. Come on, people. Let's figure this out.
Not only that, but you're poisoning the bees. You can pick that and eat it straight out of your yard.
Yes, that's right. Dandelion is so good for you. Vitamin C, calcium, all that. The other thing is it's showing you your yard needs calcium. That's why dandelions come up. They come up, they're exposing themselves to photosynthesis. They bring down calcium, bring it down into the soil, so they're actually helping you. Every time you dig one of those out or poison it, you actually are stimulating it underneath. It's just not worth it. And again, it was a big old company that told us that yellow dandelions were a bad thing. They're flowers, they are food for the bees. So if you care, please do not use Roundup, Ortho, any of those things on anything. It's not good for your kids, your plants, yourself. They're carcinogens. They're known
your dogs.
Carcinogens. All of this is not good. So also you can be very positive about planting pollinator-friendly flowers in your garden, which are beautiful. And of course, they're going to attract the bees and everybody's happy. So it's a much better way to do things than to be out there fighting nature. Nature's fighting back.
Yeah.
As we know.
Well, and up here in the mountains, I mean, come on.
I know.
There are wildflowers. That's what we are known for. That's what we love. That's why most of us are here. You don't need to have that perfect green lawn.
I agree.
Up here, you need to make sure that you're supporting the nature that you have around you.
And the way you can also do it as a homeowner is ask your landscaper, what are they using?
Yeah.
There's a lot of landscapers up here that are using poison all over. If you have a homeowners association, I suggest you ask. It's really prevalent. Everybody assumes up here in the mountains we would have our, act together about this. We don't. We really need to be concentrating on making our valley, as safe and beautiful for all of us that live here. So I really encourage everybody to do what you can.
Yeah, do what you can. And Eric and I were talking about it a little bit earlier. We want an update on the bees that had to be evacuated from Sylvan Lake.
Thanks for asking. That's really great. They are back up there. They aren't as far up in Sylvan as the fires are now still. So, but we're always monitoring that.
Yeah.
And, our beekeepers are inspecting hives every week all around the valley looking for stress.
Yeah.
And the stress from the smoke has been,
hard on them.
Yeah, it's been hard on them. Drought has been hard on them. So when you think about watering and doing things like that, remember to like leave little bowls and things around for bees. I always put marbles or stones in them. You don't want big areas of water because of the mosquitoes, but also the little marbles and things the bees can stand on, drink.
Yeah.
So little things like that can really help attract birds to your property with feeders. You know, the more wildlife you have, the more pleasurable it is to sit out on your porch
Patio,
in the afternoon
100%.
with a nice glass of wine and watch your birds and your bees. I don't know.
You're
That's
talking
what the mountains are all about to me.
You're speaking my language right now. I love it because I have this giant dog and we sit out on the patio all evening.
Awesome.
Yeah, until the rain
don't
comes.
blame you until the rain comes, which, thank goodness for that.
I know.
That we are so thankful for the rain here. It's been wonderful. And the wildflowers are popping. I was up at the ranch yesterday. Fireweed, by the way, is just blooming like crazy. Beautiful. Go out, hike, get out there. It's just gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, Cary, thank you so
You're
much
so
for coming in
welcome.
and giving us all
Absolutely.
of this great information. Make sure that if maybe you're looking into doing something with bees or you just have any questions or you want any information on honey or some great local vendors for great food, great vegetables, great really anything that you check out, Knapp Harvest down in Eagle. It is absolutely incredible. We're going to take a short break and then we've got more Good Morning Vail coming up, so stay tuned.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day. Because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
As we've been talking about pollinators and kind of those wildflowers coming up with all of that precipitation that we've seen, we're only expecting more, which is so exciting because I don't know about you, but I absolutely love wildflower season. A 65% chance of precipitation today. Those temperatures kind of making their way up a little bit. 82 degrees is the expected high for today. We are expecting those kind of scattered showers to come in later this afternoon. As we take a look into this evening, it does look like that chance of moisture is going to continue with a 40% chance of precipitation, a low of 51 degrees, and that sunset is starting to set earlier and earlier. We are going to get into that fall kind of going down early. That sun's going to be setting, and I mean, I hate to be the one to say it, but winter's coming, and I am so excited for that as well. I absolutely love the summer and the wildflowers, but oh man, have I been daydreaming about some ski days. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor down in Denver, those temperatures are nice and warm, 95 degrees, 20% chance of moisture, 82 in Vail, a 65% chance of precipitation, 85 in Avon with that 60% chance of moisture. And then down in Eagle, those temperatures temperatures are nice and warm, 85 degrees with a 55% chance of precipitation. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, it looks like throughout the course of the weekend, we are expecting that precipitation to keep coming our way, which is absolutely incredible because we did just make the transition from a stage 2 fire ban to a stage 1 fire ban. We're super excited about that. Now we're going to check in with someone very special here in our valley, sitting on the couch with Eric.
Well, with such a tricky home market here in Eagle County, it's important to find the right real estate agent, and I'm happy to have one of the best, if not the best, here on the couch with me in terms of bringing people together with their appropriate home for their lifestyle. Andie Odhe, thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing fantastic, and thank you for that intro. That is more than generous. I appreciate that.
You're quite welcome. Well, I've heard great things about you. And now you've been a long-time local here in Vail, and that's really the foundation of what makes you such a great real estate agent.
Yes, I have been here for quite a long time. I moved here in 1984, so I've been here for 38 years, and literally, I have lived everywhere from East Vail down to Gypsum. So with that being said, it really has allowed me to understand intimately the various communities and what it's like to live in each one of those places and the lifestyle it offers.
Yeah, and they are very different. I mean, they're only 30 miles apart from East Vail to Gypsum but just starkly different.
Oh, very.
Like different activities, different price ranges, different home types. Now, you've got a great sort of tagline. Like, I love your marketing team. Great, or maybe it's just you. But you connect lifestyle with community, and that might be the most important thing about owning a home long term.
Yes.
Where can your home fit into your lifestyle?
Exactly. So connecting lifestyle with community really came from my experiences of living throughout the valley and truly enjoying the lifestyle that it offers. And, you know, with East Vail, that type of lifestyle, it's going to be different than maybe living down in Gypsum. And I truly, the reason why I've been here 38 years is because I enjoy the lifestyle, whether it's the winter, the summer, fall. I love to bike, ski. Of course, golfing is something I love and am passionate about, but all of it combined. And actually, I didn't even ski for the first 20 years I lived here. So for 10 years, I lived down in Gypsum, where I really golfed a lot, and skiing wasn't quite as important. I did do a lot of snowshoeing. So I moved around, and which now I live in Edwards, which, of course, I call it the hub of the valley.
Yeah, absolutely. But perfectly centered between Eagle and Gypsum and then your Vail Avon area. So
that's
hub
right.
Works.
And because of all of that and understanding the lifestyle, what kind of the light bulb went off, and I realized I've really become a matchmaker for my clients, which means I'm taking that lifestyle of what I have enjoyed, and I know what other people enjoy, and so I'm matchmaking my clients with the lifestyle and then the community of where perhaps they want to choose to buy and purchase a property.
Yeah, so it's been your lived experiences that have really helped shape how you can provide real estate services.
Exactly, yeah, for sure.
And you mentioned it before, but you are an avid golfer.
Yes, I am. And believe it or not, I've lived in some beautiful places throughout my life, and I didn't really take up golf until I moved to the Vail Valley. But I have a little claim to fame.
Oh.
And yeah, it's a little. But I have become a club champion in my 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and we'll leave it at that right now. To be seen yet what's going to happen in my 60s.
Well, congratulations. That takes a lot of work. Golf is not an easy game.
Wow.
How do you stay so consistent? Not to diverge off of real estate, but consistency there with golf, that's incredible.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It goes up and down. It's golf. That's a whole nother interview on that one. But I do take pride in that, and I've actually have played all the golf courses in the valley and know the courses quite well. So I bring that experience for my clients, as well as being able to, share what the different golf courses have to offer, because they all are different. And again, depending on where that golf course is, it also plays a big part into what someone's looking for.
Yeah, like somebody could be an avid golfer. Maybe they want to be a part of a club. You've got your Frost Creek.
Yep.
And Arrowhead.
That's right. And that's why I'm a member at Frost Creek, but I do live in Singletree. So for me, it's a perfect example of a lifestyle choice for me. And this is the kind of example I bring to my clients. I love being in Edwards, where I'm close to the skiing, but yet I have my golf course, which I call my sanctuary over at Frost Creek, because the lifestyle I can literally check out. It takes 30 minutes door to door, but I have that getaway. It's kind of a built-in vacation.
It's a bit of an oasis of a golf
is,
course.
yeah.
It just kind of pops out of nowhere as you're driving on the way to Sylvan Lake. It's gorgeous back there.
Yeah, and once you even get there, it is. It's truly my sanctuary. So for me, that's a perfect example. That's the lifestyle I choose. Some people want their golfing right out their back door. But for me, that fits my lifestyle.
So tell me a little bit about the Little Blue Book that you helped create.
So actually all that kind of then got the creative juices going, and I decided to create this Little Blue Book, because a lot of people know Vail for the winter, as they should. It's a world-class ski resort, but then people don't realize that there's over a dozen golf courses throughout the Vail Valley, some public, some private, exclusive clubs with various lifestyles with them. And so I thought, okay, let's share what the golf courses and that lifestyle has to offer for people. So I created this digital magazine that explains and gives a little bit, touches upon the various golf courses in this community of the clubs. But then I went a step further, and I thought, okay, I have a great networking system with colleagues from all over the country. So I decided that I was going to reach out to them, and thought that people from all over, because people move here whether for their primary home, second home, vacation home, that they would love to see a piece of some of the most fabulous clubs throughout the country and what type of properties those have to offer. So then I brought all that together in one piece that I thought would be really cool to share with people.
Oh yeah, that's a heck of an undertaking. Good on you.
On my spare time.
Yeah, right. And you've also got a great social media presence. You're putting up unique content that just revolves around the lifestyle up here, right?
Yeah, I really take pride in that. And that, again, is another beast that I understand and realize a lot of people don't want to take on. Crazy, call me crazy. But thank goodness I have a really good team and have people helping me with it and putting together. But I actually love having the different content to add to that, whether it's summer or winter. I'd love to share that on my various outlets and my social media, so people can go there to really kind of live vicariously through me, and seeing what is out there throughout the seasons, and being able to share and understand, maybe that lifestyle fits for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, it goes back to the matchmaking.
Yeah, matchmaking through lived experiences. You can't beat that in a real estate agent.
Yep, that I have.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Andie. Just to close here, what's the best way for people to kind of get in touch with you? What are those social media handles?
Oh my gosh, best way is really to go to my website, where I have really super easy, hands-on website with the map searches for properties throughout the valley, and that's vailarearealestate.com, and then that will have all the links to my social media outlets on there.
All right.
And then I have the blog, everything else, that and more.
Yeah, that's the best way to get in touch with you. vailarearealestate.com. If you're looking for a new house, match your house with your lifestyle. Hang out with Andie Odhe and tune in for more. Good morning, Vail.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Well, there's some fabulous events going on in Eagle County this week. We've, of course, got the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo that just started last night, going all the way through Saturday.
Yep.
We've got Friday Afternoon Club at the Westin here in Avon. We've got
live music at Riverwalk tonight.
Thank you. That was the one that always slips me.
Saturday Farmers Market in Minturn, Sunday Farmers Market in Vail, Sunday concert in Avon. There's always something.
Always something. But we are in monsoon season, so that means there's always a little potential for afternoon showers. And if that ends up happening, maybe you're going to want to head to the Riverwalk Theater in Edwards or the Capitol Theater in Eagle and check out some movies. And this week, it's a mellow week, I would say, when it comes to movies. We've got G.I. Joe Snake Eyes coming out, which tells the history of the one action character, Snake Eye, from G.I. Joe, who, of course, is brothers with Storm Shadow? It's been a long time since I've seen G.I. Joe stuff, but ultimately, if you're looking for some fun explosions, a good popcorn flick, that's going to be your jam. You've got the new Space Jam movie just came out.
Amazing.
Amazing. That one's a blend of animated. Does that seem... That one's, that's a middling. It's middling is what it is.
Yeah,
you know, they didn't even bring back the Space Jam song from the original. They don't have Bill Murray in it from the original. I don't know about this Space Jam 2 thing. I am okay with Lola Bunny's redesign. There was a whole kerfluffle on the internet when they redesigned Lola Bunny. Are you familiar with Lola?
I'm familiar with the original Lola.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the new one, but I'm so saddened by the no bringing back of the original Space Jam song. I will be honest, that was on my ski playlist for like 2 years.
Yes.
And then G.I. Joe, the only reason I even know what G.I. Joe was because
Well, you had
Jake,
two brothers.
Jake used to get so defensive over his G.I. Joes. I was defensive over my Barbies, and they were so mean to me. They would rip my Barbies' heads off and flush them down the toilet. And so I would make so much fun of Jake and his G.I. Joes.
Do you want to bond with your brother? You want to go to G.I. Joe with him?
No.
Okay.
Jake,
Sorry,
if you're
Jake.
watching, I love you.
Sorry, buddy.
Eric tried for you. Didn't happen.
Of course, Black Widow is still in theaters. There's a really intriguing drama starring Nicolas Cage called Pig that just came out. It's quite sad, but if you're into just like tight dramas, that is going to be the movie for you. It's all about he kind of is living a tragic life, former chef, now living alone in a cabin with his pig that finds truffles for him, and he like sells the truffles to restaurants, and then somebody steals his pig, and then it kind of is a downhill from there.
Nope. I'm good.
That's it.
I don't even eat pork. I don't want to know what happens to this pig when it's stolen. I'll cry. So I'm good.
Well, I believe it's stolen because it is a valuable truffle-finding pig, so they're not trying to hurt the pig.
Oh, good. Well, then.
Yeah. It's just about the bond that he's created with the pig.
Yeah, because they're smart like dogs, guys.
They
Here's
are
the
pretty
thing.
cute.
Is I was watching these videos, and here I go down my rabbit hole of farm animals. But I was watching these videos, and dogs and pigs can form connections like a dog can to you. They can get emotionally attached, so cows will recognize you as their person and come up and snuggle you, and so will pigs. Pigs are very smart animals. And so, no thanks. I can't eat them. I can snuggle them. You could put a pig in my bed, and I wouldn't complain. You could put a cow in my bed. I wouldn't complain. But no on the eating front for me.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put a cow and a pig in Maddie's bed, and she's going to snuggle with them, and that's her life now. And we support Maddie's unique lifestyle. And we've got just a bit more Good Morning Vail coming up next.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day. Because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Step on, take a look around, and take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Oh, well, that was a fun show. I sure enjoyed today's Good Morning Vail. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. And thanks a ton to our guests for coming on. Thanks to Suzanne from Lululemon. She always brings on such amazing stuff. I was chatting with her afterwards, too. There is a new Lululemon and Bauer hockey collaboration, and I think I just got that brought into the men's store for us. So I'm looking forward to getting some Bauer Lulu gear in the future.
Oh man, you've been talking about this all morning since we found out that, well, since we talked about Lululemon coming on, and we've been talking hockey all day yesterday too. And so, Eric, I'm so proud of you. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks to Cary Hogan. Always great to hear from Knapp Harvest and Knapp Ranch.
Yeah, and what a great real estate segment that we had, just talking about kind of some details we needed to know, or maybe I needed to know as someone who potentially wants to buy a home here in the future.
I was chatting with Andie beforehand, and my one ask was somewhere with no HOA fees, and she just grimaced at me, so it's still a struggle. I tell you what, those are the worst. They are the worst.
And like Cary said, HOA kills the dandelions. They spray the pesticides. You're killing the bees, man. Come on.
That's no good. What the HOA should be doing is doing research into pollinator gardens and making xeriscaping landscape so that we've got less grass up here and more flowering, pollinating plants to help the bees.
I mean, wouldn't that be the dream, though? Like, if we could save all of the bees just here in Vail, we would become even more famous as a community than we already are.
We're known for skiing, snowboarding, and saving bees, the triple S up here in Vail.
Amazing. All right, so who do we need to talk to? What mayor are we calling, Eric?
Gosh, Dave Chapin. Let's start with Dave Chapin, Old Bones, from Vail.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll start with him.
Sounds so good.
We'll get out there and have a great day. We've got a good Morning Vail planned for you tomorrow. We've got Valley View Hospital coming in. We've got Eric Stahl, who's a language professor. That's going to be a really unique interview. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss that one.
Nope.
Who else do we got?
We have Valley View Hospital. And then we've got Jen's coming back in again tomorrow.
Yeah, Jens Werner PR is going to have another fun guest for us.
So excited. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. We'll be live from 7 to 8 as always, but get out there and enjoy the little bit of sunshine before the precipitation.
Yep, I'm going to get a hike in right now for the scoreboard up to a volcano crater in Dotsero. So you're going to want to tune into the scoreboard at 6 p.m. on Monday.
Hi everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I am Mitch English, and this is Daily Flash. It's your source for news, entertainment, and everything in between. And we're ready to rock and roll through this hour. And
yes.
Maybe some of you might be eating some brunch, lunch, breakfast, whatever meal that you're eating right now, possibly lunch. I don't know.